Ever walked past an old, crumbling building and wondered what stories it could tell? Sometimes, those stories are more incredible than you could ever imagine. Today, we're traveling back in time, not just by a few decades, but by millennia, to uncover the accidental discovery of a lost civilization. Our story begins about 150 years ago, in the Punjab region of what is now Pakistan. British engineers were hard at work, laying down the first railway lines. It was a monumental task, connecting vast distances and heralding a new era of travel. As they worked, they stumbled upon a strange mound. To them, it wasn't a historical treasure. It was a gold mine of a different kind. The mound was packed with ready-made high-quality bricks, perfect for their railway project. Without a second thought, they began to dismantle the mound. Thousands, perhaps millions, of these ancient bricks were carried off. They became the foundation for the new railway lines, a symbol of progress built upon the bones of the past. The engineers had no idea they were destroying one of the world's earliest cities. Building after building was completely demolished, its history vanishing with every brick they took. They saw only a convenient source of material, not the silent ruins of a forgotten metropolis. Decades passed, the railway lines stretched across the land, and the memory of the brick-filled mound faded. Then, about 80 years ago, a new group of people arrived at the site. These were not engineers, but archaeologists. They came with a different purpose, not to build, but to uncover. As they began to excavate the area, which we now know as Harappa, they made a breathtaking discovery. This wasn't just any old mound. It was a meticulously planned city, with complex structures and a story to tell. They soon realized they were standing on the remains of one of the oldest cities ever discovered in the entire Indian subcontinent. Imagine their excitement. It was like finding the lost city of Atlantis. The scale of their finding was immense. The bricks the railway engineers had so casually used were not ordinary bricks. They were thousands of years old, fired and laid by a sophisticated civilization that had vanished long ago. The archaeologists had uncovered the Indus Valley civilization, a society as advanced as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Because Harappa was the very first city of this civilization to be unearthed, its name became legendary. Archaeologists decided to name the entire civilization after it. From that day on, any other site found with similar buildings, pottery, or artifacts was described as. It was a fitting tribute to the city that was almost lost to history twice, once when it was abandoned, and again when it was used as a quarry. So, how old are these cities? The evidence points to them developing around 4,700 years ago. Let that sink in. That's nearly 5 millennia of history buried beneath the earth. These weren't primitive settlements. The Harappan cities, like Mohenjo-daro, were marvels of urban planning. They had grid-like street patterns, advanced drainage systems that would rival some modern cities, and impressive multi-story brick houses. They had public baths, granaries for storing food, and workshops for artisans who created beautiful pottery, intricate seals, and delicate jewelry. The people of the Indus Valley were traders, farmers, and skilled craftsmen. They had a system of writing, though we still haven't deciphered it, adding another layer of mystery to their world. What secrets are locked away in those ancient symbols? What songs did they sing? What stories did they tell? The discovery of Harappa fundamentally changed our understanding of ancient history. It pushed back the timeline of urban life in South Asia by thousands of years and revealed a civilization that was incredibly advanced for its time. And it all started with a mound of bricks and the sharp eyes of a few dedicated archaeologists. This story makes you think, doesn't it? Very often, we see old buildings being torn down to make way for new apartments, shopping malls, or highways. Progress, they call it. But what are we losing in the process? The engineers building the railway saw only bricks. They didn't see the history. They didn't hear the echoes of the people who lived and worked there. It raises a really important question for all of us today. Do you think it's important to preserve old buildings? Are they just relics of the past, taking up valuable space? Or are they irreplaceable links to our collective human story? When we tear down an old structure, are we just clearing land? Or are we erasing a chapter of our history forever? Think about the landmarks in your own town or city. The old theater, the abandoned factory, the historic house on the corner. Each one has a story. They connect us to the people who came before us, showing us where we came from and how our world was shaped. Preserving them isn't about living in the past. It's about ensuring the past has a future. It's about learning from the ingenuity, the struggles, and the triumphs of our ancestors. The story of Harappa is a powerful reminder of what can be lost when we do unvalue our heritage. But it is also a story of hope, a tale of rediscovery that shows it. It's never too late to appreciate and protect the treasures around us. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is it more important to build for the future or preserve the past? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories hidden in plain sight. See you next time.